No, the thing is not because after you play, because just now the girl tell me, it's very cold. You turn the aircon not so cold, so I make it quite hot. So that's why it's quite hot now. Okay, but before that, I want you to think about it. You're going for a competition that you have never been through before. As in, you are competing with all the first prizes in every country, which means it is a top in the country, okay? And you watch the Korean play, okay? Maybe to you he's not fantastic, but he's really good in terms of his sound. Any good pianist, okay, you just listen to their sound, you know. So the thing is, your sound is still not comparable to him yet, okay? Because sound comes from a few things. Comes from technique, comes from maturity, comes from your ear, come from you whether wants to work on the sound, okay? I believe he has a certain level of maturity to play like that and have that kind of sound, okay? Now, we don't have all the time to work on sound today, but I'm gonna tell you, there are some places that you got to work on your sound to, what kind of sound you're gonna work to make it better. So it's just a very last minute polish to do the best that we could. Of course, we don't know what it's gonna be, but we just do the best, okay? Now, and always remember, when you are performing at this stage now, you have to have 100% confidence in yourself, which means you got to know what's your strengths. Do you know what's your strengths? No strengths, only got a lot of weaknesses. Hey, don't we only got 1 hour, don't waste so much time. You don't know what's your strengths.
I just play as myself during competitions.
No, you don't understand my question. Now, your strength is you are able to bring the music out alive if you want to. Yeah, not every pianist can. They can play everything to perfection, but they may not bring the music alive. Okay? So if you know this is your strength, you got to work towards your strengths. Everybody got their strength and weakness. If you're going to show all your weaknesses, of course that's not great. So I just want to tell you this before we start. Your strength is that, so you got to be bringing out the music alive for yourself. All right. Now in your schedule itself, if I tell you one thing that is missing, if I'm the judge, I listen to this whole thing and I'm only allowed to say one word, okay, about your playing, I will say that it's a lack of intensity. Now, because you cannot play too loud, you have to keep soft, you have to play light, right? Now, I want you to try your best to understand when you're playing like this part itself. When you're playing really soft and light, are you able to bind that intensity together? Your sounds a bit sparse, dispersed, because light, then very light. But your sound must have that quality that can bind everything together. In other words, your playing must be like a good glue. Your glue is not good. You'll fall apart very easily. Right from the beginning, you have the idea already. That sound is wrong. Bring them together. Yeah, like these notes. While you try, I can feel this time it was better, but you technically didn't help yourself. You have some missing things inside. Can you make sure one is louder than the other in the long passage of running notes? Just do the long one. Yeah, that's the thing that you're missing. You okay? So you know how to work, huh? Okay, I'll let you work that by yourself. Now, can you play this? This one should improve, you know. Then, da-da-da-da-da-da. Coming down, not every note sound. This one to this one. Yeah, and it's quite obvious that you didn't play well there. Yeah, which note? Actually, it's the A. A. I tell you A, you still play B. A sharp, sorry. Yeah. Okay. Try again. Every note better. Okay, so very quickly you can improve if you want to listen to it. Now, this one can still improve. Emotion, rhythmically they are the same. Emotionally they are different. I think you know what I mean. It didn't feel more dragging on your feet, the feeling. Better. You know what I mean? Huh? So emotionally different, rhythmically the same. Now I would suggest you not to play this so short at all. You play but we always say this legato. Yeah, because we already say say emotionally it is different, and then you create maybe a really good start, and then here, what? It's a joke. You have to play the same emotion. Okay, understand? Huh? Okay, the last chord I didn't like it. Play the last chord. Why I didn't like it? Because the B that you play have no connection from your first chord. It didn't feel like you end. It feels like you play one loud and you play one soft. That's better. That means emotionally it is weaker, not just softer than this. Okay. Now this thing, I wrote that different. Means I still don't hear the differences. So we're gonna work once, because last week I did tell you, last lesson I mean. But I don't know, you don't understand, you can work, or you thought you did it, but we don't hear much difference. First one, please don't play so loud. Second one, a little more. Now, little more means starting from the first note, I need to hear more. I didn't hear the elevation here. Young. No, feel flat. You understand? You need to make bigger difference. Okay, then the second thing I would say is there is not enough tension in your playing, because you want to play it lighter and softer. That's why I say when you play something softer and lighter, you're lacking that intensity. Who says softer means less intense? Who says lighter is less intense? No. Still soft, still light, but still very intense. Tight. You follow, your soul must follow through. Your soul must follow through. Your soul must follow through. But not overplay the sound. Okay, one more. Over here, you can improve. And I think the last 4 notes to this chord, can you don't play so fast? You messed up the rhythm. Better. Go. Okay, you understand, right? Okay, now let's go to this. The second time you're supposed to play it without pedal. Then why do you still play the last note so long? Now, you know, every time you play this, I feel you're not feeling the first note. Yeah. Okay, so tell me, you play the second one any louder than the first one? Did you see why I said I don't hear any difference? Can you play what Chopin has written? He said sotto voce, just play sotto voce. Then he said crescendo, so play crescendo. Okay, so I want to know the difference between the first and the second. Second is just all staccato, right? That means all without pedal. Is that right? Okay. So when you do that, okay, that means you have to make things clearer, huh? Then over here, I start to lose your left hand pulse. Listen, one. Left hand, lead, left hand. Intention. Like, you know first one you don't want to play so much. You know you want to play the second one more. And I know you know it from the gesture, not from your sound. From your body gesture, I feel you want to play the second one more. So simple here. Yeah, but even though more here, you know you still have the third time. You don't have to overdo that. But there must be a change, okay? Then, when we come to this part, I think you can wait longer on the last note. You play with a better sound now, but I feel it can be slightly faster. I feel a bit slow. I feel a bit draggy. Though you try not to stop, but I'm trying to say the general speed of the music is a bit draggy. Wait longer, take your time, get into the mood, and the moment you get into the mood, it's not about how slow you play to be expressive. Yeah. That sounds more mature, in fact. Okay, we're not going to do the whole thing. The next thing is play to a 2D sharp with a different different color. The first t-shirt and the last t-shirt cannot be the same. The last one is that is same. You see, you never listen. You play same color. This one, you got better in the idea of the line. I can hear. But the pacing in the first half is always no good. I circle both times. Don't displace. Okay, could you play it without ornament this time? Just the first part only. You need a bit. That's what I mean by your sound is not mature. Your sound is on the surface. This kind of sound, a very mature pianist won't play this kind of sound. You have to make sure you sing every note really deep. You just, what kind of sound is that? It's not loud. It's like every sound has to pin down so that sound goes to our heart. Now the sound cannot come anywhere. No, and then the B you play like that, the A sharp you play even louder. Why? Okay, one more time. No. No, tell me this G is louder or this G is louder.
The second one.
Why you play the second one softer? Okay, now with the ornament, clean pedal. Are you sure you play this G louder than that? You see, that's what I mean. Better. So it's about sound. That sound sounded better. One more time. Your pacing is wrong because you like to rush here, and then this G didn't sound, and then this A you have an accent. So it's always the first part. Then you can feel more desperate as you go and you're playing fine there. Okay, you understand, right? Then over here, you try to have a good diminuendo, but you don't have the tightness again. You don't have the intensity again. You lose that. Yeah, yours is always like the beats, they are very loose. I want all the beats like so tight that I cannot separate them. The molecules, I cannot separate them. Okay, we're going to try one more time. And I also want you to understand the softer you play, the more intensity you need. Okay, and the second time, you really sure you bring out the bells? Actually, last lesson, I also felt you didn't really. You brought it out louder later, not at the beginning. So once again, we can't really feel what you want to make any changes. What kind of changes? You mean you play that kind of sound, I know that you're bringing out the F sharp? Yeah, and when you bring out, that's what I mean, you've got to do more, right? Okay, and then you keep the same intensity for at least 3 bars first. Let us like understand what you're doing. Oh, actually, then you can get away from it. If you get away too soon, also cannot hear your intention. Don't slow down, remember? We said the speed is faster. It's simple. Okay, then you can keep it like this. Let the rest are about the same. Now, same thing. When you come to this, I feel your sound is not good. What kind of sound is not good? Your bass. It has a very shallow, tone. Bass. No, never touch like that. Technically, if you touch like that, the sound will never be good. You want something very focused, you have to be very focused and firm with your fingers. And here the ascending line, then feel the resolve. Even here we need to hear the bass still. Then the changes inside. That means we need to hear the left hand better. Left hand. Yeah, so here you can work on that sound. Same thing, because last time you played too loud, I always say you play too loud, but you don't know how to play with fire without playing too loud. Don't lose that fire. Can I have that fire? I don't like this long thing. Do you know what I don't like? did you not like it or you still like it? Because you play da-da, da, like in between is missing. I hear no meat. I hear no progression. That's why I asked you to make it tighter. Bind everything together. Still not so good. Can you think about it yourself? More fire. It doesn't have to be louder, but it really needs to be more intense. Okay. Then here you play really fast. Then I would suggest you have to play faster in the right hand. I always say it is a pair. The last one is you play really loud and then you play loud in the right hand. That means if whatever you want to do here, you have to do about the same. That's better. You play da 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 da. The answer was like that. It's very strange. Okay. Now my question. This one I already practiced with you. Because I don't hear the difference. So just now I already practiced with you. Okay. Now my question is the third time. What is the difference? I didn't even know, you know. I'm a teacher, I've been teaching this piece for so long. I didn't even know what you were trying to do. You can imagine how not successful you are. Yeah, you need to make sure a few things is happening. First, of course, the top line is louder. Second, you need to control the other lines. You're not controlling very well. And you play this kind uneven. You follow the top line yourself. You so must follow the top line. Top. Please don't do this in the left hand finger. Then we have to go through the stop. Remember, don't rush through this. You have to make sure you're feeling the first beat. I always feel your first beat is missing. That's correct. This is the time where you have to give it all in the very last set. Not so much here, but make a difference in the second time. Here, take time. Yeah, only this time you try to do it like this. Remember, no rush here. And this one, your beat is not good. Actually, I wrote it just now too. Just that I didn't tell you that your beats. Then I wrote that beats. Your left hand must be the one leading, not your right hand. Okay? Anyway, you mean you didn't understand left hand is the first beat? You quite understanding, right? Okay. Now, when you come to this very last time, let's play this one again. Okay. Did you see? You play da 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 da. How is this F not connected to the next G? Clean pedal. Still connect. No, because you want to go faster and you don't know how to go faster, and then you make it very weird. So first, okay, are you doing a cello rando?
Yeah.
Then can you don't play these two exactly the same? Can this be just slightly faster than this? You play say very fast. Like, and then you throw this note, da da da. I need you to connect to the next note. I think this beat is better. Like, you don't overdo this, and then you try to fix forward here, and then must join this. One more time. Much better. Okay. Then the second time must be louder than the first time. It must be progressed. Okay, you know I cannot hear the last few notes. That means I cannot hear that one. Now, if you play a bit too loose, yeah, you have to feel the music inside. More connected. More better. More connected. Can you hear that the last three is missing? Now, can you practice like this? Da 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 da. Stop. Da da da. Like this. Hands together like this. Yeah, so that you understand how it should sound before you put them together. Okay, now without the stop, but still listen to this idea. Practice that, okay? Now, technically in the whole piece, this is one of the weakest. yeah, you will suffer here because I cannot understand what you're playing. Yeah, too late for me to sit here and work with you. But if you have time, you should work by yourself at home. This one very messy. I worked with you before, and we worked on listening to that thirds. But I cannot hear what you're playing. Okay, can you hit the expressing towards the middle section, or you can't hear? Yeah. So I mean, if you work on it, there's still hope. How to work on it? It's better that you work by register. There are only 3 registers. So top register stop, second register stop, last one, which is the repeated note. So you stop and listen to each of the register, and at the same time, you also can help yourself by don't go crazily fast. The first register, you already have missing notes. You need to stop. Stop after the first register. Really bad. Yeah, because this is the same as you remember just now that chord I say take time one? Where is it? This one. It's the same because you rush into it. That's why you messed up the entire part. Yeah. As long you remember, it's also the same as this where we work for a long time also. This one, then you play like a roll chord, then you play like a roll chord. You have the same thing here, you play, then suddenly this two is faster. You have this at the end of the music and you mess up the music yourself by going faster. Okay, now let's put them together. Still not right? Towards the end, you're still not playing properly. Okay, but anyway, I already practiced a few times with you, and then okay, you try by yourself. Okay, now same thing. You play lesser, you lose intensity. There are more character, more sound, but there are a few things that you didn't play well. I want to quickly tell you. The beginning wasn't good at all. Yeah, I'm not talking about your ornaments now. Ornaments, you can make it or not, cannot make it or not, it's still up to you. I'm talking about the demi-semi quiver. You're not thinking about, you're not sweeping the notes over. You're playing ta-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta. It sounds really rough. That's better. Sweep. But not faster. Sometimes you sweep. Sweep over. Sweep over. Yeah, you understand, right? Or don't understand? You understand, huh? Now, because you play with a brighter tone at the start already, so I think you have a higher chances of making a differences every time you come to this part. But you didn't. Now bigger drums, few lesser here. That's too heavy. So when I say make a bigger difference means when it's supposed to be light, keep it light. When it's supposed to be light, keep it light. You cannot make everything open up there. Different now? Now, okay, so these 2 bars and these 2 bars must imitate the flute. Don't throw the last note, it's not in style. Yes. Don't throw. Yes. Okay, first time one. Your sound can still be lighter. No, up sound. Okay, this is the part that you need to work. Demi-semi quiver, the contrast. Now, and when you come to this, you slow down. Everything was fine until here. First one. Sing 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, all you need to do is to bring out the line. So first, you went slower. Secondly, now that you didn't play slower, you didn't bring out the line. So why you learn how to? Yeah, you still need to work on that. Your G still too staccato. Okay, so this is another part for you to work. This one, you didn't play your slur. It's too easy. Please go and play your slur. You just have to play the slur. Okay, then I don't like play this ending. No, you always play this with the sound that is really not focused. Still no good. That C is the softest among all the notes over there, and it must be very precise. It's like you placing an egg down. Okay, let's see. Place. No good. Can you hear it's no good, or you can't tell? Only today you can, is it? Usually you don't hear it, is it? It's always been no good. Yeah, it's just that I have to pick what to say, too many things to say. So today I decided to say, because both times when I hear it is really no good. So you work on the sound, huh? Now this one a bit too sticky, a bit too overdone. Okay, this one, why you want to go brilliant? It became heavy. Can it be heavy? Yes. Can remember, not heavy, yeah? Okay, now the ending was better now already. Just one thing, your notes are still not together. Together. We still in the middle. Yeah, the second chord not together. Second last chord. Yeah, so when we say not refined in sound, not mature in sound, these are the kind of things. Your notes are not even together to make it sound refined, okay? Now, the next part is you don't use the pedal well. Okay, now sounds cleaner. One more time. But the second one shouldn't be like the first one. Cleaner. This ornament failed. Go on. Go on. Okay, why I circle this whole thing? You slow down. That's why I write tempo. Then from here, everything slow down because of this. So be careful when you express this, don't slow down. And at the same time, you think too much of note by note. You're not playing a line. Line. Okay, I'm going to skip all this. Now this is your old problem and it's still having a problem there. Your pulse is not accurate. Yeah, which are the ones that are not accurate? The two semi-quavers. When you're not listening, you play da 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 da. Okay? Now this all the same thing that I said just now. You can apply it. Not legato enough. Yeah, there's another one that sounds very not refined. That means if I don't look at who is playing, I thought it's just a random kid who passed grade 5. That kind of a technique, that kind of sound that you play. Can you hear your notes are not together or not? There's so many notes not together you cannot hear. Because you play very straight and then use finger. Only finger you will not play together. Use your arm. And if you watch my hand, did I even leave my fingers? No. You have a problem playing a thirds. You always lift your thumb too early and then you only use finger. You're not thinking about arm. Okay, you have to work on that. This is the same as that. I told you it wasn't nice and not together. Now over here, well, you lost your pulse. This is the first time I hear you play like that. No, you're not precise, your sound. Okay, don't throw. And this one, you hold on until there. You want to do it. Not heavy, yeah? Up. Okay, simple. Ending is better now. That's it. Now, Kavalevsky would be, so it's like okay, you need the first one. Yeah. The third one is very messy. Opening, you need to secure it. The fourth one is messy now. So just now is the third one messy, now it's the fourth one messy, just now the second one cannot be heard. So your opening, you haven't really worked. Last part no good, so you really need to work. Okay, then apart from this one and sorry, wrong page, and this one, the rest of the ending you actually play full sound and you really play properly, like pom pom. But this one, like you really throw it away and didn't end fully. Yeah, yum, full first. Okay, so this one and this one you did not end full. Okay, but before that, this one every time you play, every time you don't play well. You know why? Because you got no shape. You sound like you're hitting the key. Da 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 da. No shape, no direction. Now, first one is loud. You see, you got it all wrong. First one is loud. Second one is soft. First one is loud. But not so loud. Yum, bum, 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 bum. So if I draw the graph, I start like this, I must go like that. And the second one I draw, I must go like that. Yours is da 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 snap. Yeah, you don't have to go faster. And then you don't have to go too loud. Okay, now this one, full sound. Okay, now here, these parts are a real problem. You play with zero connection. It must be connected one. Now, can you hear they're not connected? One more time. Now, I don't think you're understanding it. If you remember, when we talk about it as being very legato or not legato, we talk about separate. But you didn't separate, okay? Never mind, it doesn't matter. But you cannot play. Suddenly, it's the same line. This whole line ends here. You don't have the line. No, I'm not trying to say you can play legato here. I'm trying to say you have the legato from here to here if you choose to play legato there. But you make it too deliberate. Simple. This C is still staccato, but this B to the C has to be legato. You don't understand, is it? And last time I got so much time for you to try, Okay, same for this. You don't have that. But a lot of problem. But even if you legato, you cannot accent. Do the next one. Okay, you work on the connection. Same for this. Dum 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 dum. You have to think about E going to the F. Same for that. Okay, you understand? This one you have to work on the connection. Now, in this one is the missing note. I told you not to miss the top note. This one you can practice by yourself. In this whole of the slow section itself, if you want to really play better, you got to work on your left hand. Your octave sound don't sound good. So I write left hand here because I don't like your octave sound. I write left hand here because I don't. I write left hand here again. I write left hand here again. I write left hand. Everywhere is left hand. Because the way you attack your bass, it's like you're not using the right energy. So your sound is not focused. Yours is. Hear difference? Yeah, so it has to be super focused. So you want to improve on your left hand. Left hand. Energy is very secure. Very spread. Okay, you have to work on all your left hand. And about Russian music is all about bass. And your bass is not good. Okay? Then the next is, this left hand is no good. Can you play just this part? Especially these 3 octaves. Keep listening to your left hand. Keep listening to your left hand. Okay, good. Then you should understand what the left hand I'm talking about. This one, make sure the G is not louder than the F. This is very simple thing. Over sure the echo is crying out. Yeah, it's crying out. Okay, then work on all your bases. Your left hand also no good, left hand, but this one you need to work on the interval. Okay, this left hand you also didn't play well. You didn't work on the left hand. Some of the missing top notes happens here. You're going to work on it by yourself. This is too fast, and you start missing pulse and notes. No. The last 6 notes. This is better. Okay, then now I don't know this one you can get it or not. I don't hear all the right hand notes. And remember that ta-ta-tum is one gesture. If you try to ta-ka-ka, it's only by luck. I don't know when you will get it right. And I also want you to know among that 3 notes, what are you missing? C. Yeah. So I tell you specifically which note is not so good. And then ta-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta-tum. There's a change in harmony there. That's the harmony that you need to feel that change. Okay, that's about it. Okay, and that's about it. I think you really need to practice this one. This one, because it really sounds quite bad in the line, so you need to get that done. Okay, you have any questions? Okay, that's about it. Good afternoon. I go bathroom. See you.
My score